Hi Sequels friends, it's Sunday and you know what that means? Yep, it's time for the Sunday Sales Lowdown. Hi Sequels friends, welcome, happy Sunday to you. All right, time for the Sunday Sales Lowdown. That is where I share with you every single item, the good, the bad, the ugly of what's sold this week. We're still slowly inching our way up, folks. Yes, it's like no surprise to anybody when you don't list consistently for a couple of months. It's going to take a while to get back on track. Last week we were starting to look a little better. This week not so much, but not as bad as the week prior. So the more I list and the more I get back into my regular habit, the more likely I am to see my regular sales. So it just is what it is and we know it. Let me flip you around and show you guys the whopping 8 items that I sold this week and give you a little idea of where I got them and any stuff to say about them. And then we'll come back here and we will talk about the totals. These sneakers came in a thread up, I believe, shoe box, and I have had them since May. I have them on clearance for $15 after the $4.62 cost of goods and Poshmark platform fees. I ended up making $7.38. Another thread up box item, this time from a men's mystery box. I've had this since December. They are apartment 9 modern fit gray slacks. I had them listed for $14, hoping to make at least $9. Somebody offered $12 and I took it. After the high $5.35 cost of goods and platform fees, I made a whopping $1.98. These are some vintage 9 West brown pointed toe heels that came in a Jomar vintage shoebox, and I have had them since June of last year. So it's been over a year and they are definitely at clearance pricing of $12. After paying the $3.38 cost of goods as well as platform fees, I made a whopping $5.67. Now on to a good sale from Poshmark. These are the Everlane black jeans that I just showed you in the most recent thread up DIY denim box. I had them listed for $39 and hoped to make $29 on them. When somebody offered me $32, I took that offer, and after the $1.25 cost of goods and Poshmark fees, I made $24.35. Yay! Now we are moving on to eBay, and I am still getting rid of some of this Goodwill jewelry that just did not move for me. I have had this cuff bracelet since September of last year, and I do have it marked down to $5 just to make it go away. Well, I sold it all in at $8.99. That's $5 plus $3.99 shipping. After you take away the $1.04 cost of goods, as well as the eBay platform fees and the $3.37 shipping price, I made a whopping $2.68. Here we're just trying to make up the cost of goods on that box, knowing that these things may not actually move. But luckily we had a good eBay sale, and that is this vintage sheet set that is coming up. Here it is. This is 80s Gloria Vanderbilt, and it is a full sheet set, and you can see that it has a very cool geometric pink lily pattern. I bought this at a local thrift store, and I've had it since April. I had it listed for $49 and hoped to make at least $39 on it. I did pay up at $8 for this. And I gotta tell you guys, when I was cleaning this, I noticed a mothball musty smell, and it took so much vinegar, so much sunlight to try to get it out, and I still disclosed it in the listing that there was a musty smell because I was worried that after it was packaged it might come back. But thankfully this is being bought for a movie production that's in Louisiana. So they paid full asking price plus shipping of $57.99. After you take away the eBay fees, the $8 cost of goods, and the $9.21 shipping price, I made $32.42 on this one. And I will say it again, do not sleep on these vintage sheets. If they are in excellent condition, pick them up. Moving on over to Etsy, I had a vintage banjo. It's kind of like an Aztec Western looking crop jacket. This came in a Joe Mart vintage box and I've had it since January. As we are on eBay, we are listing it for full price of $39, although I was hoping to get at least $24 for it. But over here on eBay, they pay full price, but I do offer free shipping. So $39 minus the $4.23 cost of goods, minus platform fees, minus $4.83 in shipping, I ended up making $32.42. And the last one of this week is a Macari sale. This is an item that I bought in Charlotte when I was over there thrifting. That haul should be coming for you. I think next week you'll see that one. My partner picked these up in the men's section because he's a cyclist and he thought these preppy cycle pants would be cool. We get them home only to realize that they're women's and they're plus size, so they were never going to fit. So I put them up to try to recoup my money on them. And I had them listed for $19, hope to make $12 after the $5.50 cost of goods, platform fees. I ended up putting in my pocket $5.52. So we made up the cost of goods and made an extra whopping $5.52. A couple of nice pieces there to net over 20 bucks, so we're happy with that. Let's talk about the totals. So overall, I grossed $189.98 this week. Now, gross is wonderful. Lots and lots of resellers like to talk about gross. I like to break it down for you because I don't put this much money in my bank account. I have to take out the platform fees. So I ended up spending this week $26.77 in platform fees. On top of that, I have to take out shipping. I'm not paying for shipping on Poshmark, and while I charge shipping on eBay, I still have to buy shipping. So I do have to pay for it even though the customer has paid for it. And I'm covered on Macari and I offer free shipping on Etsy. So I do end up paying shipping every week, and this week I spent a total of $17.41 on shipping. And of course, we have to cover the cost of goods. How much did these items all cost when I purchased them? And that's been holding steady. It seems like every week my cost of goods is about $30, and we are a little over $30 this week at $33.37. And you guys know why we're over, because I said for that sheet set that I paid more than I normally pay for it. So that was enough to put me over my regular 30 bucks. I am cheap, 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 I tell you. So overall, you made $189.98 and you subtract out all these fees. What is our net total? Yep, it is $112.43. So definitely less than the $185 I made last week, but definitely more than the just $85 I made the week prior. Now this $112, I said before that I put it in my bank account. Well, it doesn't go in Heather's bank account, it goes in Sequel's bank account, and it sits there to pay for wonderful things like poly mailers and one-shop sharing apps, which, is that even still worth it with the way Poshmark is? Whatever. That's a whole different topic conversation. And it pays for me to have Canva so that I can make these graphics in these videos. And it pays for all that stuff. And then once all that stuff is paid for, I move it over into my bank account. So just remember, if you are new to this, even that net number doesn't necessarily mean that there aren't other fees associated to your business coming out of it. Now, let's say that you did make this much money and by some miracle you didn't have to pay for any fees that month or that week. If you made $112 weekly, you would make about an extra $450 a month. And if you did that monthly, that would work out to a little under $6,000 a year. So as I love to share in all of these videos, while that total amount may not seem like a lot, any money that you're making that you weren't making before, it's worth its while. Do not get discouraged watching other resellers on social media. What a loaded thing to say, do not get discouraged watching other people on social media. Like, I'm sure there's whole therapy sessions just dedicated to that. But if anything, try your hardest not to get discouraged. If you start to feel those discouragements in you as you're watching social media, remind yourself that they may not be sharing with you the bigger picture, or that things take time to build and these little numbers will add up. don't discourage yourself. If you're making any more money than you made before, then you are rocking and rolling, and pat yourself on the back. That's where we are for the week. The good, the bad, the ugly. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll see you on Friday with some more reselling content. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.